Hello, and welcome to Controller Culture, where we break down the games that shape the way we play. Today, we've got some absolutely wild leaks about Pokemon Generation 10. The games are apparently called Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Waves. And honestly, what Game Freak is doing here is next level ambitious. We're talking about new mechanics, insane exploration features, procedurally generated Pokemon, weather battles, basically everything we could have dreamed of and then some. So grab your Pokeballs and let's dive into what we know so far. Okay, so first things first, the games are set in Southeast Asia, specifically Malaysia. You're not starting in some quiet little town this time. Nope. You're starting in a huge city inspired by Kuala Lumpur. You, your mom, and your brother somehow get swept into a lottery and end up in this massive resort hotel. And that hotel isn't just a story backdrop. They wanted to act like a MMO lobby. So you can see other players, take quests, and interact. Which is wild, right? Pokemon has flirted with online stuff before, but this feels like it's taking a huge step into a shared world experience. Now, let's talk about the new mechanics because they're actually insane. So, there's this thing called the seed Pokemon. Think of it as a baby Pokemon you encounter in resort areas. The twist: these little guys have infinite variations in their form. Seriously, it's like Spinder but on steroids. Every seed Pokemon evolves differently based on how you raise it, with unique patterns, flowers, fractals. Basically, no two players' Pokemon will ever look the same. And apparently, a lot of the game's progression revolves around how you raise your seed Pokemon. The island, the region, even some Pokemon appearances are tied to how well you nurture your starter. Basically, your journey is literally shaped by your Pokemon. Can we just take a second to appreciate how insane this is? Game Freak has never done anything like this before. Infinity and exploration are basically baked into the game's DNA. Another new twist: weather moves. Imagine battles where your Pokemon actually interact with the weather. Not just like it's raining, weather moves get stronger. This is a whole new layer of strategy. Storms, waves, sun, wind, all of it could affect how your Pokemon fight. And since the legendary Pokemon of this generation are literally based on storms and waves, it all ties together really nicely. On the story side, it seems pretty rich. You start off on vacation, but of course, adventure finds you. You'll meet a rival who's a local expert on Pokemon and Nature Classic, the hotel chairman who originally wanted Pokemon and humans to coexist peacefully, but a tragedy involving his child made him turn against Pokemon. His heir, a teenager helping to run the hotel, caught between family and morality, and a professor studying Pokemon and weather phenomena. Kind of like the bridge between science and nature. Then we've got the main villains. Unlike past games where bad guys have some grand plan, this group is just out to destroy nature for profit. No ideals, no philosophy, just money. It's kinda brutal. Alright, the gameplay sounds next level. Every Pokemon in the game can be ridden or touched. Whoa. Okay. Which is going to make the world feel super alive. You can explore underwater, dive into seas, ride land Pokemon. It sounds like the first true open world Pokemon experience. And because of the seed Pokemon mechanic, the world itself is procedurally generated based on your Pokemon. Infinite regions, different patterns, unique landscapes. The possibilities are endless. Also, remember that MMO element? The resort hotel is going to let you see other players, interact, and maybe even trade or battle in a shared space. It's like Pokemon meets a mini MMO. Pokemon Wind and Waves are bringing in 18 challenges instead of the usual 8 gyms. Each challenge represents a type and is inspired by the Sustainable Development Goals. So it's not just battles, but also themes of environmental care and responsibility. After all that, of course, you get to challenge the champion. And yes, the game still has Lord Pokemon alongside gyms, blending classic Pokemon vibes with the new experimental stuff. Honestly, this is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious Pokemon games ever. Procedurally, generated worlds, infinite seed Pokemon forms, MMO elements, weather-based strategy. It's a lot. If this all pans out, Pokemon Wind and Waves could completely redefine what Pokemon games feel like. I mean, I'm just imagining riding a Pokemon across a massive, stormy island with other trainers all around me. Game Freak really seems to be going all in on freedom, exploration, and player-driven experiences. So, what do you think? Are you excited, nervous, or maybe a little bit of both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know which part of this leak blows your mind the most. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Controller Culture, and ring the bell so you don't miss any future Pokemon news, leaks, and reviews. Until next time.